Ahoy there, Captain Varad here. The Legend of Zelda series is easily my favorite video game series of all time, and it's really been instrumental in my growth as a writer, through forum RPs, and I've really made lifelong friends in the Zelda fandom. And I've wanted to make a video about the Zelda series for a long time, as it kind of seems like a given. Um, but I've always stopped myself for one reason or another, and this particular video is kind of the culmination of many shower thoughts. And I really wanted the first video of this type to be something that I have strong feelings about, that might be a little different than other people's. And the Zelda NPCs have such love and life oozing out of ooh, that's a bad word for that. Oozing out of every pore. And it only makes sense to do a video on this. I'd also like to preface this by saying these are entirely my opinions, and if you disagree, feel free to leave a comment down below what your top 10 Zelda NPCs are. And without further ado, I give you my top 10 Zelda NPCs. Enjoy.
Number 10.
Okay, so number 10 on this list is a little bit of a joke. The hand from Majora's Mask, otherwise known as question mark, is found in the Stockpot Inn's toilet and is desperate for paper. The hand only makes it on this list because I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since I was a kid. And it's been years and years and years since I played it for the first time. And it just raises the question, like, what led to this awful fate for this poor soul? She also appears in Skyward Sword, where it's actually confirmed that she is female, and Oracle of Ages. She's actually weirder in those two, because if you jump in the toilet in Oracle of Ages, you take damage. So, like, how deep is the toilet? And in Skyward Sword, the hand is actually a ghost that falls in love with one of your classmates, which, like, ew, that's gross.
Number 9.
Tingle, Tingle, Kulu, Limpa. These are the magic words spoken by everyone's favorite NPC, Tingle. Tingle first appears in Majora's Mask, where he sells maps, and is later seen in Wind Waker and several spin-off games. This is a 35-year-old man that believes 110% that he is in fact a fairy. And I unironically like Tingle. I'm a real big fan of characters that believe they're something they aren't, like a Goron that thinks he's a Zora, or things like that. Any kind of like not believing you are what you are is always funny to me, and I love characters like this. But gotta say, screw that Triforce quest in Wind Waker, you price gouging son of a.
Number 8.
Ralph is so cool, and he has no right being as cool as he is. With one of my favorite character designs in Zelda, period, with that whole hat and the blue cape and all that stuff, he spends the entirety of Oracle of Ages absolutely simping over his childhood friend, Nehru. And slight spoilers for Ages, he is willing to wipe himself from existence to save her and Labrina by killing his own ancestor. Not only that, the dude is always getting himself into trouble and trying to be cool, and, like, just relax, man. We like you enough already.
Number 7.
The Happy Mask Salesman. Good God, this man is the stuff of nightmares, and I love it. I love him. He first appears in Ocarina of Time as a minor side quest character, and in Majora's Mask, he is a main character and possibly some sort of demon. And I think he represents the difference between Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time perfectly. That subtle creepiness of familiar characters and themes turned upside down, as often happens in the game, pulling from things in Ocarina and kind of twisting them into something darker rather. And also that goddamn laugh.
Number 6.
Piera is so cute. It is hard to explain why I like her so much, and I'm not so sure about having her this high on the list. But she's just so darn likable. In Breath of the Wild, she helps upgrade Link's Sheikah Slate runes. But Nintendo, I'm not sure about your decision to go with the whole anime old lady trapped in a little girl's body trope. It's honestly a little weird.
Number 5.
Beetle. Beetle is a hard-working entrepreneur who will straight up try to murder you if you don't buy things from him. First seen in Wind Waker, he sails around selling various things. But he's not just limited to the water. Oh no. He also has an airship that he powers by cycling. He's in several other games as well, and to me, this just indicates that his family is super resilient to survive through multiple apocalypses? Whatever. And he's just bursting with personality every time he speaks.
Number 4.
Mallow is awesome. Mallow is the best character in Twilight Princess, period. He is a baby that is also a businessman. Think Boss Baby, but not as weird. Anyway, the second he gets even a little bit of freedom from his little village, dude starts building an entire business empire off of a single store, and slowly grows throughout the course of the game, going so far as to buying out the competition and then hiring the owner as his shopkeep. He also has a catchy theme song.
Number 3.
Who else could be in the top 3 but everyone's favorite fish, Scion? Seriously, this Zora Prince has a cult following on the internet, but I personally like his smile. We first meet Scion in Breath of the Wild, and the absolute boss isn't even upset with us that his sister is pretty much dead because Link couldn't perform. I love positivity in bad situations, and Scion just oozes it from his... Do fish have pores? Probably not. He oozes it from his gills, and I'm sorry that I've said ooze so much, but bask in the gill ooze.
Number 2.
It was actually really hard putting Linebeck at number 2. The only redeeming factor of Phantom Hourglass is that Scalawag. He starts out really selfish, but grows exponentially throughout the game. I love that he's a pseudo-pirate and has this deep, sordid past that we only see glimpses of. He also uses Link's sword to fight the main bad guy. How cool is that for a side character? But who could possibly surpass Linebeck? Who has better character growth than our favorite sailor? Let's recap before we see number 1. Speed round, go. Toilet Hand, Tingle, Ralph, Happy Mask Salesman, Piera, Beetle, Mallow, Scion, Linebeck.
Number 1.
What did you expect? Groose was the only option for number 1. Appearing in The Legend of Groose, Skyward Sword, Groose starts out as a bully, vying for Zelda's affections with our hero. But she is clearly not into him, which encourages him to take out his anger on Link. But after Zelda goes missing and he's told that he won't be the one to save her, he listens to his credit, this man listens. He goes into a depression and he comes out of it wanting to help. He puts aside his own feelings for the woman he loves, and I think that's an amazing character development for somebody that starts out so selfish. It would have been easy for him to just go off on his own and give up and not try to help Link. He could have been a rival style character, kind of like Ralph in Oracle of Ages, running off on his own and doing stupid things. But he actually teams up with our hero that he hates. He doesn't like Link. He never really seems to. And he's actually instrumental to Link's success. We wouldn't have been able to beat Demise without him. Groose is the best. Hyrule's done. Welcome to Groose Land, baby. Thank you all for watching. This was Varad's Top 10 Zelda NPCs. Shoutouts to Tabasco over on zrpg.net for giving me the idea in the first place, and to Gunwoo, who voiced the numbers. Links to both Gunwoo's YouTube and zrpg.net are in the description below, as well as links to my Twitter and my Twitch. You can catch me over there on Twitch Tuesdays and Thursday mornings. And until then, this is Varad, casting off.